Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm Will Dragon, and this is Timberborn, a game where you take a bunch of beavers and you terraform the world. Well, pretty much. And so we are starting a brand new game today. Update 7 has officially dropped. There's not going to be too much difference between the last few streams I've had, as we were on the experimental branch with Update 7 anyway. Now, a few changes came into effect as we were going through that gameplay. Whereas now, obviously, they should all be available from the start. And so, yes, we are going to be starting a new map. We are going to be using Iron Teeth again. I just prefer using them. I can't help it. And with the new zip lines and tubeways, I greatly prefer the tubeways as well. So, I really feel like playing another game with the Iron Teeth today. And we're going to play one of these standard maps. A lot of these maps have been slightly tweaked. Now, I can't tell you what's different about them, because I've not played them before anyway, and plus, I wouldn't remember if I'm honest. So we're going to have a play on Beaverome. As you can see, we've basically got this sort of giant paw print that someone's gone and dug into the ground, and it's filled up full of water. And for this one, to be honest, we're just going to play on normal difficulty. I want to have a really good play around. I want to see what we can do, see what we can come up with. And we played the last few on hard, and you spend so long simply trying to maintain your water source and that kind of thing, that it ends up limiting you a little bit on what you can end up doing, or things just end up taking a little bit longer. I want a nice, calm, easy game today, so we're going to play on normal. So, yes, we have going to have a great problem for the beginning, where it's all about... We're going to have to figure out what comes out of what water source as well, because you have to block things off and close things down, and yeah, it's all about what comes out of where. What would I like to call my settlement? I'm never prepared for this. Here this is the hardest part of the whole stream. What would I like to call my settlement? My brain's trying to come up with some great pun-style names or something like it. We're going to name this one Porsaw. There you go. We are in the great beaver town of Porsaw. And let's have a look at where we start. Right, so we start right in the middle. Okay. And we have... Okay, and let's turn off the water a second. So where are our water sources is the big question. I've got a mine here. I've got more scrap metal over there. This is simply the overflow. Where's my water coming from? Ah! It's all down here in tiny little squares. Alright, so that's where the water comes from. There's nothing in here. Okay. Over here we have... I assume that's good water. Because it's just a water source. It's not a bad water source. And so over here we have a pair of bad water sources. This one's empty. And where's the rest? There's got to be more. And a pair of bad water sources here. So we've got bad water. I really wish I could zoom out more on this map. I feel very closed in because it's such a tall map. I mean, start on layer 16. I feel like you usually start on layer 5. I feel like I'm very closed in. So we've got bad water top left and middle right. Good water sources where I am and right next to me. And all the rest are empty. Over there, obviously, things like mines, etc. So if I could... If I blocked this off, it would take me going too high, I believe. Then all of the bad water would simply flow down this way in a beautiful, cascading, poisonous waterfall. I mean, it could spread slightly this way, but it would basically stop filling this up with bad water. Which would be a reclaim, basically. And then for bad tide, I think I'd want try and maybe. I mean, there's obviously going to have to be a big plan later on, but for the first bad tide, generally push it all over this way. I mean, again, if I build this up by, I think at least one. Oh no, this is cascading. This comes from here. Wait. What would I have to do? Yeah, if I build it up by 2, then it's all going to come down this way anyway. That, in essence, cleans this up as well. Which will then dry out because there's no water going into it. We could, of course, once again, then have all of our good water come into here and have this as a clean water source on a bad tide. Alright, well, let's go back to more immediate problems. We've got... We can get access to all of these, which is good, because these are all nice, healthy oak trees. Well, they're nice oak trees. They're not healthy anymore. They're dead. We've got our berries down here, and a little bit more lumber up there. Okay, now, as you can see, building space is a bit of a commodity on this map. That's going to be a bit of a fun one. So let's get things moving now. We've had a quick exploration of the map. We've decided I can't see any of the map. And so now let's just start building things. Whoops. Sorry. I keep doing that. Different games having different buttons to do things. And I get confused as to which ones are which. Berry gatherer. Down here. My first path is built. Right, let's go ahead. I'll get 2 more workers in there for now. Oh God, it's been so long since I started. I actually don't know what I'm doing, folks. I actually have no idea. There's a good thing I'm not playing this on hardcore. I need to mark trees for cutting. Genuinely, my mind's a full blank. Right, let's mark all those for cutting. Mark all those for cutting. Any of these you happen to be able to reach, go for it. All of them. Then I probably want some water pumps. I mean, that's probably a fair shout. One water pump, 40... Wow, one water pump does about 15 beavers. I have 12. So one should technically be enough to at least hold me. Whoops, again, sorry, wrong buttons. It won't be enough for improvements and to potentially stockpile large amounts of water, but we are not on hardcore, so shouldn't matter too much. So let's get that built as well. I'm actually going to go and whoops. Again, I will try and stop pressing that button. We're going to stick that on the end there. He has access to most of those. That's good. What else? I mean, obviously we need to definitely get some crops down. That's going to be difficult. Like I said, space is massively a commodity here. Priorities, fast walkways. I mean, yeah. So I'd say food's next. Maybe a bit of storage, actually. Let's... I'm going to put these in that space. It seems a bit like a dead space, so I'm not going to get farming on the go. Yeah. Medium warehouse. Oh yeah, space really is a commodity here, huh? Again, I will so try to stop pressing that button. Gonna have you for a storage of berries. It is a pretty, well, it's a pretty rough map. It's definitely going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting. And so, we've got some berry storage, we've got some water storage. I'm not going to worry about log storage right now because we're using it faster than we get it. And housing can come shortly. Let's get some food out first. There is very, very little farming space. May as well have it facing the path. And nope, we want crops. Good old bit of kohlrabi. Right, that's a really, really weird kohlrabi farm. Ready to go. Yeah. Now, of course, due to overhangs, this is going to be a little bit easier than it used to be. Because, for instance, you know, I can just build overhangs to extend, for instance, my level out by one on both sides. So it is going to be a little bit easier than it used to be. No ocean view. These are iron teeth. They don't get ocean views. They're not here to enjoy the scenery. They're here to work. And oh, did I just zoom out one step further? I feel like I just did. Although I feel like I'm still not zoomed out enough. You just can't see the map. Let's try and play it at this angle. I'll get used to it eventually. You just can't see the map very well. No, they're iron teeth beavers. They're here to work and work harder. It's not actually that big of a map. It's up to well, 2 speed. It's not actually 2 speed, but two arrows. Yeah, it's not actually that huge of a map, to be honest. It's just we're just that zoomed in, so everything looks bigger. Like I said, we start on layer 16 or 15. I suppose 16. Yeah, 16. I did delete one. Whereas usually you start on layer 6. So you're just that much more zoomed out. Jack flag up here. Oh, no, if I could have put it there, but then we would have been blocking these guys back behind it. As we need more logs. Now struggling to build things. Oh no. You definitely take priority. We don't have any water. And my water pumper is deciding that he wants to go work somewhere else. That's not quite how this tragic thing works. We don't have the logs, so there's no point in having so many people there. We will definitely want a second water pumper. We have one job missing. I'm gonna guess, yeah, it's probably you. Last in, first out. And store some more water when we can. Oh, everyone just suddenly became thirsty at the exact same moment. Yeah, we're going to start getting thirsty beavers. No, not playing on hard mode, playing on normal. I wanted a calmer game this time. Definitely wanted a calmer game this time. Let's actually just go full speed. I realize that we're just kind of waiting on things, but we're not playing at max speed. So let's keep things moving along. We should be okay. And then what we do need to think of is our breeding pods. So let's stop doing that eventually, I promise. Stop turning the map around using the wrong buttons. A couple of breeding pods on the go eventually as well. That will, in essence, increase my number of beavers to 20. I should, however... yep, you're... Well, I don't know why I'm putting you on half priority. You're my water pumpers. You are full priority jobs. So yeah, that will eventually increase my beaver population close to around about 20. But, you know, slow growth. It'll be slow growth. That's what it should average out at. Right, so now we have kohlrabies growing. Have one of you... I mean, how long have we got till harvest? We got a couple of days yet till harvest. About a day. Get you gathering some logs. Doing a beautiful job of that. If I was to block this one off, it would simply start coming over this one. So I do need to block both off. To actually stop it. Right. That is also one that I really want to get up there and block as well, but that's a bit further away. We are starting. Pause you. Starting to gather up some water. I'm going to build one more. And that should hold us through. I'm also then going to go and build one more storage. I'll get there, folks. I'll get there. Let's go and put that in there. Then also become top priority. You've still got 2 people. Your secondary priority. Nice. Our beavers are growing up anyway, so they're filling the missing jobs. Right, so we should have food. We're going to need kohlrabi storage. For kohlrabis. So we've got, hopefully, food sorted. We've got water sorted. At least for now. I mean, if I get 20 beavers, that's 60 water a day. I can get through 2 days of drought. But no, drought's fine. This should not disappear that quickly. Even though I can only go down 1 layer at the moment, we should still be good. And so yeah, of course, then if we get some housing, we actually get some well-being. So, but the question is where does this housing get built? I'm thinking back here, but kind of. Let's unpause you. Are you basically full of logs? Right, so then let's pause you. You can redirect yourself. Hey, there you go. And get yourself down there. Now, these barracks buildings, I believe, do take, yeah, a nice bit of logs, so. I'll get a couple of barracks buildings put in. Our beavers will now have somewhere to sleep. This guy can still get to there. Go on and pause you as well. I saw some a little bit of color discoloration. A discoloration. I don't know what I was going for. Color discoloration. Bit of discoloration up here a second ago. I know they are. I am technically still on experimental, and I know they're doing something with the multi-threading. Yes, and obviously, you know, trying to improve things and make them faster. Ooh, now looking at this, we have a fun problem if we don't really have any flowing water at all. So we are going to have to probably end up designing our own power plant on this map. As for early power, I mean, I could attempt to compact water wheel this down here, but I was hoping to block it off. And get a little something going down here. But I don't know. What's about? We need science. Science is something I've just completely gone and neglected. Let us... Let's science this place up. Because then obviously without science we're not building anything else, and we need... Before we run out of wood, ideally, although we've got a... This is actually quite a lot, because it's they're good quality trees. We need to, of course, get our forester. So for that, we need the industrial lumber mill, and for that, we need some source of power. Which... I mean, basically, I could attempt to compact water wheel it off here. Way, there goes your well-being, because I've gone and stuck them in houses. Easiest turnaround you'll ever do. I really want to block this off, but I really want to use it for power. Kind of tragic. It's just kind of tragic. Just so this can then start. Although this should be good water. That's as well why I want to get this cleared out. I think I'm gonna have to go old school beaver power for water for power, to be honest. Let us. I'm gonna go and pause you. Go and pause you. We are full of logs, in fact. That'll get me some inventors. So we're gonna have those guys on the go. We are still getting kohlrabies, though. We have kohlrabies. Not holding up overly well, but we do have kohlrabies. I should probably have more water storage, shouldn't I? Oh, I think it's... And these are safety numbers, don't get me wrong. Where's my source? I have no flowing water because I just have these kind of giant big puddles. I mean, there is a bit that goes through here. There's a bit that goes through here. But my sources are at the bottom of some of the craters. I don't even know how... Oh, there's an underflow through here. Oh, interesting. Interesting indeed. So if I block this off, I in fact empty out 2 of the craters. And I've got bad water source here, which comes down, but there's no rivers. There's no channels. There's no... Yeah, so I don't know. I have to... Like I'm gonna have to man-make something, or beaver-make something. Let's go and... Go and chuck down a little bit more water storage. Never hurt anybody. Because yeah, I think water's on 3 and food's on 2.5 for the safety numbers. And so I could be the other way around. But either way, if we go off 3, 20 beavers need 60 water a day. So one of these holds water for half of my beavers for a day. Not very many, is it? Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to be having to make some kind of pressurized pipe systems. And, yeah, have these going off, like I said, with little man-made. I've never made, in essence, a beaver-made power plant. I've completed some channels and slightly maybe thinned some channels, but I've never really made a full full-gone beaver-made power plant. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Like I said, yeah, so I think we're going to need... I think we are going to need beaver power on this one. It's what it's looking like. So, I mean, a good old-fashioned large power wheel. Now the question is, where do we put it as well? Because ideally, not on green land. Can I priority cut trees? I don't think so. But I can manipulate the system. Can manipulate the system. Let's, however, still pick up that tree. Switch those guys around. This guy the same. He is. Switch those guys around. Right, we do have our first drought approaching. I don't know if I'm far too relaxed about this. I'm really not sure. Yes, let's remove those trees, please. And if we come down to power, so we are only going to have power coming off in one direction, but that's fine. That's actually all we want. We are going to put it one back. Just gives us a slight better access. Then he's gone and cut down these trees, so let's give him back the rest of his trees to cut. Then off that, we'll build my industrial lumber mill. $300. This thing wants 75, so this can literally be a one beaver show. That's all he actually needs in that place. And science 148. We only need 30 for our forester. We could have put one of these a while ago. Now the question is... Yeah, I mean, I think we are going to have to... Forester's going to go around here. And place him that way. He gets a bit more coverage. Yes. And we are going to do a mix of... Get pine immediately here. Then let's fill this gap with oak. And let's see how far he goes. Goes halfway down this one. Oak tree. So let's go and intersperse some oak in there. And we'll also get a bit of oak in here. And that's as far as we're going to go. Alright, so we at least have a foresting industry. Concerned is really not the right word. It's sorry, folks, it's 3 a.m. here. Words are not my strong point at the best of times. As far as we're concerned, we have a forestry industry. All I can say is you try to say forestry industry past 5 times. It's hard. So yes, we do have power to the beavers. Power to the beavers. That has no workers, which is fine. Because... Okay, no, now it needs a worker, though. Let us... You guys are going to become the extras. Along with that guy. Nice try, I saw you. And you've got a worker as well. Fantastic. We're at least getting some planks. Now, what we could also do with is extra storage, but they take space. Take lots of space. Yes, right. I have a plan. I have a plan. It means slightly rearranging some pathing. I have a plan. Now let's... Drought started. Oh, it only lasts 2 days. That's quite easy. For that. For that, there's some logs on the floor, but that's fine. They'll stay there. I have a plan. I don't remember what that plan is anymore. But I have one. Okay. So... now, this is not going to be the most efficient thing you've ever seen in the world. But it's going to work for now. And I have a problem with space. And I don't mean the big black stuff upstairs. I mean... the fact that I'm very claustrophobic in this map. There seems to be nowhere to put anything. Let's get some planks and some log storage on the go. Look at that. You are a semi-important workplace. You are a semi-important... well, in fact, you're a very important workplace. But nothing is more important than water. Although, I don't know. I feel like on normal, it's maybe not so much of a thing. Okay, so with our forestry industry secure, our food industry secure, our water industry secure, we are in essence secure. All we need to do now is improve and expand. Now, the next problem we will face will be a bad tide. Currently, with the way the bad tide stands, I mean, all of this will flood, basically, and all of my crops will die. So, yeah, I mean, we have that problem. My crops can be replanted, the blueberries not so much. And we do need blueberries being iron teeth, because that's just how they work. So, how can I go and manipulate things to my favor? How can I go and do this? Oh, interesting one. I mean, obviously, I could stop this, but when this turns to bad tide, this has water sources, so it will still fill up with bad water. This has source, which drains into here. I mean, if I blocked off that, then... yeah, I mean, the problem is the fact that I'm attached to this. So the only way I could actually do it is by lowering this level, but then that also lowers my irrigation up here. Oh, wow. This is, yeah, it's a conundrum. It's definitely a conundrum. Obviously, I could blow through here and put some sluices so that they let through bad water. So the bad water level's lower than the irrigated water. There's always that. Building tiny pools of irrigation seem a little bit difficult with the current map, because where the hell do you build them? Right, let's go back to what can I spend my science on game. We've got 100 for this, which I'm going to go and do because I want a path across this river. Oh no, wait, these now cost lots of planks, don't they? Yes! Yes, they do! They have gone and been changed. They no longer take logs. It is a full plank man's game. So if I come to landscape, and I also want the levy, that cost me 120. I don't think I have anyone, however, in my science buildings. What are we missing? 5 people. Now, these are all on the lowest priority. So, how about... let us... oh, we've also lost our plankers, so to say. So, you're important, you guys are important. But that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, you also get, I would say, a... Right, let's just pause you for now. I do definitely need berries, but Got a little bit of surplus to spare. People are starting to die of old age, unfortunately. Let's go and pause you. We can get you come out and working as a spare worker. Right, let's planting trees. I'm going to take you out from being replanted. I'm going to relocate one of these guys up to there, because that will mean that they can at least cover the range that this guy can cover. So yeah, we're still missing 3 people. I mean, where are all of my beavers? How many do I have working? 12, apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where am I missing 2 beavers? Oh, here? Right, we can take one off you. You can go become... Ah! I believe maybe one just... Yep, a couple just grew up as well. So they're all working. Fantastic. You're complaining you've got nothing to... Oh, you're just out of range. Let us go and... slightly relocate you. That means you can get paused. Then you can go fill up that workspace once it's built. That guy comes along. Javin, he's back. He's well versed. Ah, and of course, we're going to need well-being. We're going to need a tooth grindstone as well. Ah, I'm going to put that to replace that guy. About to go and claim there's nothing to do in range again. And switch those around. Guys being emptied. Guys being emptied. Alright. And you, my good sir. Plant trees. Put a few more pines in there. You can also go a nice bit further down here. I'm filling any gaps made with oaks. Oh, I definitely missed some by there somehow. Go. Keep them busy for a little while. Keep the trees grow. We got 193 berries, so that's all good. We are inventing. So let's go ahead and continue landscaping. And we want to... Now, I need to do this in line with where I've got somewhere. Now, I can push it quite far back. Let's go and do that. Yes, we'll unlock the levee. So then... we can align with that. Yeah, they can reach those. Now, of course, we do only have one builder. That's fine. Once we block this off, this should clean out. But like I said, for a bad tide, it's still going to be nasty. As is this, to be honest. So I'm going to be stuck between two bad areas. I ideally need to do... no, it won't take too long because this actually has water sources in it. So it will actually clean itself. kind of feel like relocating down to here, to be honest. Got some trees. Got some berries. I can block this off and redirect things out here. I feel like that's a bit of a sluice job, though. But I almost feel like relocating everything. We've also got metal down here, which I think is going to be our... Hang on. Let's put the map. We've got some metal underwater here. We've got some metal underwater here. I mean, I think that's going to be our starting source of metal anyway. If I do ever so slightly... Ever so slightly... Feel like relocating. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Be a big job, though. Be a hell of a lot of walking. And then, but once I do relocate, how would I... I suppose, well, no, I probably would want to relocate that far, because again, there's just, it's got the metal. We've got an okay amount of space for farming. We've got some trees, good amount of space for planting. You know, we can hold this water level up using dams, so that can stay in there. All we'd have to do is just make sure that only good water comes in with some sluices. And then have a relief area for it to all roll out of. So, in that regards, I need bad water and dynamite. To get bad water, I need metal. To get metal, I need the scrap. To get the scrap, I need to come all the way down here. Yes, the Great Beaver Migration of 25. But like I said, it's going to be... The only thing about coming down here is then I have worse access to bad water. Because I'd have to climb up here and getting to here, which wouldn't be too much of a thing. I mean, coming off here, this is a really big drop, so this should never dry out. Yep, right, but then let's... I said, let's plan a little bit. This is a double drop, so this does get me access to a layer of water that will still be here. And I'm happy for them to finish building this as well. It'd be quite nice for this to be, in general, clean. It would be a stage 1 of a cleanup, although we are a little bit short on logs as well. And I've just gone and replanted this whole area. What a shame. Question is, can I get over there? And what do I need to do to get over there? What's the easiest route? So I can come up here, come up this set of stairs. Hey, a casual cat, welcome to the stream. Yep, an unexpected dragon sighting whilst playing with beavers. So we come up these stairs. That puts me up here. And can, however, get around the back of these. This one's maybe a little bit difficult, and then that can technically thread all the way around to here.